تعطين شابسين مساك شيب من معمر كيما بشيم عدنا بشام نعمر Zrinu Hishinu all the very which Makabatilino Capera Fatisina Machimaka Iskala Iskala Shmirava Biava Diver Persiviama Hotovia from Return of Permashika Ekon of the side of Hobbit Job Gola based on curve Rame Shaba Mixper Service Nasi there be so living telephone which are for Ilum Capacity the shots of Piratina Hamasa Damir Biama Rame Iskala was going to Hobbit Circle when he tried Rame each time time to learn about each other, Amen. Each other, Amen. فنعم حياتنا الله أكبر ويوم ويجدنا خالد ما يخاف.
آمين. آمين. Amen. 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 Today in Jewish history. Today in Jewish history. Today's the day that the Philistines captured the Aron. Story in the Tanakh. The Philistines captured the Aron. That took place on the 10th of Iyar. Tonight is the yard site of a holy tzaddik, Naftali of Ropshitz. Naftali of Ropshitz lived over 200 years ago, and he was probably the main student of the Chayza of Lublin, the holy tzaddik Chayza of Lublin, and he was the Rebbe after the Chayza of Lublin. He was I guess the main tzaddik of Galicia, the Galician region. He was the says the story that one time Naftali used to every day. You're not listening. Used to every day go around collecting money for tzedakah, and when he would come home, people would be waiting for him, and he would give out all the money. After you give out all the money, then he would sit down, eat breakfast, and then he would go learn. That was his Seder Hayom, that was his order of the day. Everything. Story, one day, he did that, he collected all the money, and he gave it all out, and it was done, and then he went to wash his hands for Pat Shabbos, to have some bread in the morning. And he takes the towel, he's washing, it's a knock on the door. So he came late, and story, whatever, I'm sorry. It was like I gave away all the money already. So, I gave out everything today. I don't have anything. Okay, no, wait. And he went back to collect. He went and started collecting again. People started screaming at him. I was telling you, you were just here. You were buying me already. Why keep on collecting? That's all. But everyone gave him a story. He had a very, very difficult time. But he collected whatever he collected. He came back and he gave it to the guy. And that was it. Wished the guy well. And he again went, took the washing cup and went to wash.
The Chabad house?
Out of a Galicia. Galiciana. No, listen to the story. And the guy, he comes to the door. The guy tells him, please, I know I'm late. I know I'm supposed to come earlier. But Rebbe, you have to help me. He says, my wife is sick. Please. Not just my wife's sick. He says, my daughter needs to get married. And not just my daughter has to get married, but yesterday my house collapsed. Please, Rebbe, help me. Hear such stories. And he says, okay. Didn't know what to do. He went again. He was shivering, but he went again to the houses. Sheepishly knocks on the door. Says, can I have someone here to collect? Someone needs some tzedakah. And the guy says, oh, Rebbe Naftali, for sure. Here's tzedakah. Okay, he goes to the next house. Wasn't trying to knock, whatever. And Naftali, I'm so sorry for giving you attitude before. I know you're a big tzaddik. Whatever you ask for, please, I'm so sorry. Anything else. And everybody was so nice to him. Anyway, he comes back. He gives the guy the tzedakah. And the guy thanks him for it. He's about to leave. He says, 1 second. Don't worry about it. Yeah, should have the money. Goes into hate. In good health. No problem. Just tell me, you're a liar, right? I'm a liar? Is your wife really sick? He says, well, she's pregnant. And it says that a woman who's pregnant, when she gives birth, is considered a chayla, considered someone who's sick, and that's why you can break Shabbos, do whatever it takes to you do whatever it takes because she's. And my daughter having to get married, well, she's only 5 years old. But eventually she has to get married. And about the house being broken, well, there was a chair in my garage that I found once. It was an old chair, and I tried to sit down in it, and it was completely broken. That's part of my house. So I'll tell you, he says, but Rebbe Naftali, how do you know? He says, this mitzvah came so easy. He says, everyone I asked was so eager to help. He says, I knew something is wrong. Anyway, see how difficult it is to fundraise over here. I know we're doing the right thing. Anyway, tonight's the yard side of Rav Shitz and the Shom Shalom. Just a few more halachas over here about tattooing before we go to the tattoo parlor. Chas v'shalom. If someone was forced to tattoo, then obviously it doesn't go under. Let's say anybody went through the Holocaust and they would. Obviously, there's no issue. There's no. Yeah. Of course, just again, brought down in many svarim, so the question was asked to Rabbi Feinstein and others if it's true about being buried in a Jewish cemetery. They'll answer like Haya v'la'nivra. There's no such thing. It's a complete myth. All the Rabbanim will tell you it's a complete myth. Someone who's has a tattoo is allowed to be buried in a Jewish cemetery. There's no such thing. You should still never get a tattoo, but there's no such thing being allowed to be buried in a Jewish cemetery.
It's a myth. It doesn't exist.
It's a myth. It's a good. I'm not saying you shouldn't tell our children that.
That's what I'm not kidding.
We don't. Okay. After a person passes away, we don't remove anything. We don't do any such thing. If someone passed away and they had a tattoo, we bury them not because of the hate, but because of in good health. We don't bury them in good health, but whatever. We don't.
I don't think they're going to bury in any kind of cemetery. Regular cemetery is not in the special ones.
It doesn't matter. The only thing they won't do is you have certain cemeteries which have Shomer Shabbos section, a section of Shomer Shabbos. There, it's a different thing. Let's say someone had a tattoo and they did Teshuvah. No. They won't judge on each thing. They'll judge based on Shomer Shabbos is the category. And there's another thing where some communities have only belong to that community get buried over there. That's the thing you have where communities have a section, and only within that section do they get buried. And you have to belong to that community to get buried. For example, there's a section in New York and Queens for shluchim. No one else knows. There was someone else, but they want to go. There's another 27 sections, 100, 1,000 sections you can go. But it's not because there's no section that will tell you you can't be there because you have a tattoo. No, they're gonna say only those people that belong to this community, which is a very whatever Hasidic community or whatever, very Litvish community. You have to belong to this community to be there because after people pass on, they have Fabrangans over there. They have get-togethers. I don't know. They chill over there. I don't know what they do there, but they chill for real. There's no joke. But did he have a uvda?
That's why
a true story, quick true story. Quick true story. A couple of years ago, I was flying to New York, I was going to the oil, and there was a guy came out of JFK next to me. So we got a ride, we came in my rental car together with me. Those days, it's not to be before Uber, BU, before Uber. So since then.
Before Uber, I didn't know that.
So he tells me what's your name? Keithman, whatever. He says, Keithman, He says, I have regards to your great-grandfather. My great-grandfather? Tell me about it. He was in Samarkand. Samarkand is in Uzbekistan. And his great-grandfather is buried next to my great-grandfather. His great-grandfather was Bukhari Jew. My great-grandfather was Lubavitcher. And they're very next to each other. He tells me, let me tell you something cool. His grandfather, whatever it was, who's Bukhari, was buried between two Lubavitchers. Sfardim, yeah. So he was buried between two Lubavitchers. One of them was Kiefman, my great grandfather, and the other one is Rubashkin, gets Rubashkin, whatever. No, Lubavitcher. He says, two of his great grandchildren are married to Lubavitchers. One is married to Kiefman, one's married to Rubashkin. Tell me that they're none. I said, no, I'm not surprised at all. He told me a cool story. I told him, listen, around 23 years ago, I was visiting Eretz Yisrael, I was visiting Israel, and I was in Bnei Brak by an uncle of mine for Shabbos, and
So they made the shidduch in Shammai.
let me tell you a story. And so I went. I decided, let me go to my father's father is buried in Tel Aviv, in Givat Shaul, whatever in Tel Aviv, Givat Shaul. So I was never there. So let me go visit my father's father. My father was never there. My father couldn't go back. Whatever story, whatever. So I go to some. I met my mother's brother tells me, I'll also go there. I'll also go to the cemetery with you. He was just showing me what bus it is. And I said, I'll go with you. My grandma was in the same. He said his grandmother, meaning my great grandmother, on my mother's side, is in the very same cemetery. We go there, and they're buried 3 rows from each other, three from each other. My great grandmother, my mother's grandmother, and my father's father. They were both buried before my mother and father got married. My mother's from a Belzer family. My father's father was a Lubavitcher, and they made a shidduch. So now, of several years, I made my brother's wedding, and that same uncle was by the wedding. And I have to tell you a story. I tell him, if they remember what happened, remember your grandmother and my grandfather are very next to that. I told him the story. So he says, amazing. He tells me I had a story like that also with someone else. Switzerland. It was and then I just remembered that it was my brother's Sheva Brachas. I just remembered that next to where my mother's buried, right next to her, there's a lady there, Hecht. Remember? And my brother was Sheva Brachas. He was just married to a Hecht. So I go to my brother. I don't want to kill anybody enough to lie. Next to mommy, there's a Hecht. Yeah, he says that's Suchi. It's his wife's grandmother. Right next to each other. And then tell me they're not making shluchim there, they're not busy. And so after 180, people want to be buried within a certain type of people. They want to be buried. So that's why people buy in the Chabad section in New York, you can't buy. You buy in the non-Chabad section, you can't buy those. They don't let you. When my father passed away, and I heard the price for the plot, I said my mother was so much less. I mean,
How much was it?
I don't remember right now, but it comes out to over 20,000. So I'm like, dude, this is crazy. The amount it went up, like almost double. Huh? Where my parents are?
No,
I don't know. Any person buys their plot. Everyone owns their plot. The title of your plot. What do you mean? It's real estate. You own it. A lot of cemeteries around here most of the cemeteries around here belong to a big conglomerate. But the one in New York, Montefiore Cemetery, I don't know. It's owned by. I don't know who it's owned by. I don't know if you could. That's another whole topic. That's such a big debate. Don't do it.
Makes sense not to.
They might be.
I have no idea. Oh, so I asked them. I said, this is crazy. I mean, you guys are making a killing here. I know. But I told them. I remember I was on the way to the funeral. I'm telling you, listen, the market, the going up price, inflation is crazy. Could we pre-buy? And it was like, no, they don't let you pre-buy.
Now, we're trying to buy.
I said it's better to buy earlier.
We're trying to buy 40,000 per plot. We're going to Tel Aviv to Mincha Maariv, 100,000. 100,000. We went to Yerushalayim because my mother wanted to get Yerushalayim. $400,000. $400,000.
Not check out.
You don't need connection. If you got connections, you can get 50. If you got no connection, $400,000. crazy.
My grandparents, my mother's parents are Hamanuchas.
That's exclusive too now. That's like next.
Huh?
They have room over there.
In Hamanuchas? I don't know.
Yeah, crazy, crazy prices.
Crazy.
Yeah, what happened is,
Of course, because people want to be a Harazais in Hamanuchas.
but my aunt wrote this about conditions. We've got one relatives and he managed to get my uncle into the hospital. But it's still a lot of money. Yeah, but you have to know some of the conditions because you have to, grease them a little bit.
Combina.
Terrible. Yeah, combina. It's a mafia. Really, it's a mafia.
Well, in general,
Their chain was like 25,000. Their share was the cheapest, $5,000 per share.
oh wow.
It's like the cheapest right now. That's a crazy price.
Hey, Maya, he's 118. One's not Maya.
So we're taking over track.
It's expensive. It's expensive, but like cheaper. You think living is expensive? Try dying. It's expensive to die. All right, my shit, gonna roll with that, Maya. Let's go. Put it after me. Yeah, she.
Ja nu stavljaš me java. Ja on jure filusi, ali to busi ja tu gomi gore mi čikanje. Kad je ne znam kada to bi se probao, bilo bi sam gore vidio meni. Mincha Maariv, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher קידשנו בזבח וציונה וצור הסיימר. אמן. שש ועשרים יום שהם שלושה שבועות וחמישה ימים ואילן.
Take 26 days, just 3 weeks and 5 days of the Omer. Do it in the language of the Sen.
Which one? That's
Is this place? Sure. It's not. I'll give it a Amen. 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 Shabbat Allah got there. לפיכך הרבו להם תורה מצווה שניהם עליך וצדקה, הגדול תורה ויעדים. אמן. אמן. אמן ישמי רב ורב ילמוני מה ישראל. אמן. אמן. Amen. 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 Yasher Kaya. Is there a moon? To this Shavana. Also, next God's willing, Monday night. All right, Monday night's going to be a Lag BaOmer. So willing, when you have a bonfire and a barbecue and music. Remember, it's right after Maariv. Outside, everyone wants to partner with the barbecue, bonfire, etc. Let us know. Come, Kiddush Levana. Oh, you did it? Okay. I did. All right. You learned it. No, I don't do Shiva. There's the
Monday night.
I learned Monday night.
It's Monday night. Okay, wait, that's really good. Because that's when I finish my exam.
Celebrate.
That's because of the.
Yes, absolutely. You can answer. Okay, you can answer. Of course. You get Shalom Aleichem and.
What's that?
They included in the bracha.
You can't do the same thing.
Can't do the weekly one on Shabbos, but saying if
You
you
can't
want.
say